Hola, buenos días. En este video les voy a hablar de la construcción impersonal con C. We're going to look at the impersonal construction with C. This is actually a pretty easy concept. We'll try and get through it as fast as I can. I'll give you a little chance to practice at the end and we'll be done. So if you ever watched TV and you've seen, like, say, a car commercial, and at the very end of the commercial or somewhere in there it says something like "Se habla español." That is an example of the impersonal construction with "se." What this does is that it says that something is being done, but it doesn't tie it to any one specific person or group of people. It's just saying, like, Spanish is spoken here, or one speaks Spanish here. It's not necessarily saying Jose speaks Spanish or we all speak Spanish. It just wants to say it's being done. So I'm going to give you several examples, and I'll give you a chance to try and figure this out on your own at the end. So just give it a couple more here. So if I wanted to say, like, maybe there's an apartment building and they have an apartment for rent, they could say "se alquila apartamento." The "se" at the beginning will always be the same. It doesn't really matter what's being done. If you're using this in personal construction, it will always be "se." The next one maybe it's just you and you're selling a car and you want to say that, you know, there's a car being sold here. You could say "se vende carro." You could post a sign at the end of your street, you know, with an arrow on it and say "se vende carro," meaning that there's a car being sold here. And then I want to point out something else, and that is, if if there's more than one thing that's being done, like, for example, maybe you're a company and you buy houses or something like that, and you want to make your plural houses. Instead of saying "se compra casa" or "una casa," and you want to say "casas," you have to make your comprar plural in the ellos form. So we "se compran casas." You could ask questions with this. So, for example, you could say, like, maybe you don't know how to turn off someone's TV. Instead of saying specifically, "How do you, John, turn off the TV?" you could say just, you know, "How does one turn off the TV? ¿Cómo se apaga el televisor?" Or maybe you want to say, you're asking your mom, "How do you make this sandwich? How do you make it again?" But you want to say her, just in general, how does somebody make it? ¿Cómo se prepara la torta? Or ¿cómo se hace la torta? And then one more with the plural, maybe you don't know how to turn on the TVs. You could say, ¿Cómo se encienden los televisores? Encienden plural because los televisores is plural. Now, I also want to point out that this impersonal construction can be used in pretty much any tense. So I'll give you 4 examples here. I could say "se hace mucho." What that means is something like there's a lot being done, or there's a lot that's done. I could put that in a preterite. "Se hizo mucho." There was a lot that was done. A lot was done. "Se había hecho mucho." A lot had been done. Or "se hará mucho." A lot will be done. So it doesn't. You can put it, you know, tenses across the board. You can use it. What I'll do for you here is I'm going to give you 4 sentences and in English. See if you can translate them in Spanish for me. Once they come up on the screen, go and pause it, write them down, and then I'll give you the answers, okay? So here you go. All right, so the answers for the first one, we have computers are repaired here. We're going to say "se reparan computadoras aquí." The word "aquí" is here. Notice that reparan is plural because computers is plural. Next one, let's see, tall people are needed, so necesitar is to need, so we're going to say "se necesitan personas altas." Or if you use the word people instead of persons, you'd say have "se necesita gente alta." Next one, Spanish and English are spoken here. Se hablan español e inglés. So Spanish and English has 2 things as plural, so you're going to use the plural form of the verb hablar. And lastly, let's see, good food is served, so we're going to say "se sirve comida buena." Se sirve comida buena. Servir is a boot verb, and then comida is singular, so use the he, she, singular form of the verb. That's pretty much it. This is not a very difficult concept. If you have questions or something, let me know. I'll get back to you.